In 2008, Russia and NATO shared good relations.
Russian President Vladimir Putin agreed to enhance their work as equal partners to respond to common security. Russia agreed to a transit deal, allowing the alliance to ship goods to its ISAF mission.
But everything changed in 2014 after the referendum in Crimea. The EU and US placed asset sanctions on officials close to Putin. Russia is kicked out of the G8, and NATO suspends cooperation with Moscow. 2014 saw a rise of right-wing neo-Nazi groups calling for violence against anyone pro-Russian.
Откровенный фашизм сейчас легализуется в Украине. Не против Донбасса, а против всех, кто говорит на русском. Все видели видеообращение, да, там, где говорят стрелять всех, кто говорит на русском.
It's a civil war. On the east of Ukraine.
In the Donbass, rebels took control of the government buildings in eastern cities in April. And while they started out as a ragtag group, Russian nationals with fighting experience crossed the border to lead them, according to the United Nations. The battle for the Donetsk airport became one of the key episodes of this war. It lasted more than 200 days. In January 2015, the Donetsk airport fell to the separatists. After nearly a year of fighting, the Minsk II agreement was reached on the 12th of February 2015, which called for a ceasefire and established the line of control as well as recognized a sort of semi-autonomy in Donbass.
Now, since the invasion of Crimea, the US has gotten further involved in Ukraine, providing about 90% of the country's military aid.
Но то, что они сейчас делают на территории Украины или пытаются делать, и планируют делать.
This was confirmed in a 2021 meeting at the Pentagon.
Since 2014, the United States has committed more than $2.5 billion to support Ukraine's forces.
In October 2018, a NATO military exercise was conducted intended to train Ukraine's forces to fight against Russian arms.
It's also an opportunity for U.S. pilots to face off against these Russian-made fighter jets for the first time.
We're training against what our peer competitors would be.
And that's Russia, that's China.
Russia, and that's China.
Now, Russia has those jets.
Russia has those jets. That airplane was built in Russia.
The pilots from California's Air National Guard are working to build a long-term relationship with their Ukrainian counterparts.
We teach them how we do things.
Enter President Zelensky, who, in his 2019 presidential inauguration speech, set the tone for future relations with Russia, demanding the return of Crimea.
Готові до діалогу, але я уверен, что первым шагом для начала этого диалога станет возвращение всех украинских пленных.
Following up with his agenda, he launches the Crimea platform on August 23, 2021, and receives further aid and funding from the US in a meeting 1 week later.
As you know, sir, President Biden has approved a new $60 million security assistance package, including Javelin anti-armor systems and more to enable Ukraine to better defend itself against Russian aggression. You can count on our continued support in the face of Russian aggression to help Ukraine realize its Euro-Atlantic aspirations.
Military exercises are again ramped up inside Ukraine.
Ukraine held a large-scale joint drill with NATO forces. Troops from 15 countries participated in the military exercise held near the city of Lviv in Ukraine on Friday. The military exercises led by Ukraine and the United States.
And by the 3rd of December 2021, news begins to emerge from US intelligence of a Russian troop buildup along Ukraine's border, to which America responds with further military aid and equipment for Ukraine. But these claims are surprisingly disputed by Ukraine's own government on the 30th of December 2021.
Якщо казати про велике скупчення, про велике збільшення, на яких наполягають деякі засоби масової інформації за кордоном, ще раз, що ми такого не бачимо. Да, є день загроз для відкритої агресії з боку Російської Федерації.
On the 19th of January 2022, US President Biden addresses the media on the possibility of a Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Look, the only thing I'm confident of is that decision is totally, solely, completely a Putin decision. But I don't know whether he's decided he wants to do that or not.
On the 24th of January 2022, the official representative of Donetsk holds an emergency meeting on Ukrainian aggressions in Donbass.
Вышеуказанные факты говорят о том, что украинская сторона не просто продолжает попытки дестабилизации обстановки на Донбассе, обстреливая населенные пункты, а полным ходом готовится к силовому варианту решения конфликта. Акты украинской агрессии против Донецкой и Луганских народных республик не останутся без соответствующей реакции.
And by the 22nd of February 2022, Donbass representatives approached Putin for his assistance.
President Putin has ordered Russian troops to maintain peace in eastern Ukraine's two breakaway regions. This came after he signed a decree to officially recognize the rebel-controlled regions of Donetsk and Luhansk in eastern Ukraine as independent entities.
And that brings us to our current situation. Liaquat Tobias for CRI Radio News.